You know a zone's throwing everything it's got at me and then some when I completely miss the well-fed buff. Yeah, we're well-fed. Missed that. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark. In our Against All Challenges meta-series, we are taking on the Hopeless Rescue Challenge. Since we're well-fed, we are now in a much better position in terms of what we're going to need to be lugging around. Let me do some quick inventory management here. I do need to get rid of these. I didn't realize I had picked up 3 different containers of them. And of course, hang on, it's going to do this. Because you can't drop them in an entire stack. You have to drop them one at a time. Okay, so some stuff can still stand to be repaired. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. I'll go ahead and drink this soda because it's a little bit on the lower condition side. Not that it matters with soda, but it's just a good habit to be in across the board with your food. And yeah, I mean, I really don't need to do much more inventory management than that because I've got what I need. So let's go ahead and take a torch from the fire. I might be able to use this mountaineering rope, but I don't need it right now. I just don't. So we're at the beginning of the day. Let's head up to the summit, finally. We're fairly well rested. We're not perfectly rested. So this is still going to be a challenging climb. We have 3 days, forgot to mention this, 21 hours, 12 minutes remaining. So just shy of 4 days. And as one of my very long-time commenters pointed out to me in the comments, I absolutely have more time than I think I do. One of the, I think, aspects of this challenge that I've demonstrated pretty well so far, if a bit unintentionally, is, you know, when you have lower familiarity with portions of the map that you have to traverse to succeed in this challenge, that is what can extend the time that you're taking. So this is a challenge that's probably ideal for people that are still learning the entire route. Since I know most of the way, with the exception of some of these winding paths up Timberwolf Mountain, it's been a little bit less daunting overall. And especially now that we are headed up to the summit, we're going to grab the flare pistol. Once I get up to the top, this is going to take at least one break. I'll probably get off here because I'm getting pretty tired already. All right, so we're going to take a break, stay warm by our torch. But now that we're heading up to the summit, and this rope will be much easier to get back down, we can grab the flare pistol, maybe even get some coffee as well. I'm hoping that the container up here, one of the containers, there'll be many containers, but one of the containers will have coffee. What's the condition of my hacksaw? 90? That's fantastic. That will be enough to cut through enough of them. There is the risk of the hacksaw getting destroyed, but we're just going to try to live with that to the best of our ability. How are we doing on energy? We're good. All right, let's keep climbing. So interesting that... wow, I'm actually getting really tired on this climb. It's interesting that torches are preserved now. That's a lot more exhaustion than I expected. I love the way the climbing dynamics are set up in the Long Dark because it really does kind of make you terrified when you start to run out of energy at the top of a climb like that. But every climb from now on will be a downward climb, which is great. So let's see if we can get some coffee, and we can, if we find enough of it, we can almost completely reverse this situation and then just beeline for Desolation Point. Let me not be too cavalier with my approach here because there is... I don't think there's ever hostile wildlife up here.
Is sapping my energy.
What could that be? Maybe Timberwolf Mountain? Oh, by the way, Timberwolf Mountain, I was completely kidding when I said that thing about you throwing everything you have and then some at me. I was just joking. I didn't say that. I was kidding. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I didn't say those words out loud. No. And definitely not in a series where I've already verbally cursed myself multiple times. Anyway. Let us step into the plain. Always so eerie getting up here. So it's definitely getting foggy and snowier. There's a part of me that's debating actually Skyriming down the mountain. I know I've said that a couple of times that I would go down that way. But all right, let's see what we can find here. I'm going to check containers.
Could end up being useful.
I'll take the MRE. take the charcoal, because you never know when a little bit of extra mapping might be handy. All right, so we have multiple cargo containers, but before we do any of that, hey, how about that? So we finally have a gun of some kind, and now we have a few moments to look around and see what else we might be able to dig up in here. So let me go ahead and cut through some of these boxes, because you never know what might be in these. All right, nothing there. All right, now I don't remember perfectly like which container is which, so we're gonna have to cut into a few different ones and see what happens.
This stuff
Right, this is a firearm cleaning kit, rifle ammunition, revolver ammunition, flare shell. Don't need. Ooh, hunting rifle, perfect. All right, how much did that hurt the hacksaw? Only 5%. Great. So we're gonna cut through some of these, and as soon as I find the one with coffee, especially now that I have a rifle, that is probably the one that I'm going to go with. Don't need the antibiotics, the antiseptic, painkillers, bandage maybe, stim maybe, bandage maybe, stim. Yeah, I'm picking up all those for sure. With the bandages, in case I do decide to Skyrim, that will be pretty handy. All right, so there's that. I actually think the coffee might be a little bit closer to the back where I came in. But I'll just check through these.
I think I can use this.
I don't think I need ragged combat pants. Snow pants? Ooh. Maybe those. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of pairs of... Okay. Okay, cool. Snow pants might actually be better. Oh, they definitely are.
I could eat a horse.
Yeah, I'm going to put those on. I'm going to have to repair them a bit, but you could eat a horse, huh? All right, well, hang on. Let's deal with that problem, shall we? You know what? I'll just take a chunk out of the MRE. Who cares? The only reason I'm encumbered right now is because of how tired I am. So as soon as I find the coffee, which let's check the hacksaw again because I don't want to be reckless. Yeah, the hacksaw is fine. The hacksaw is going to get into all of these without breaking. So I'm kind of lucky there.
That'll come in handy.
Ooh, fisherman sweater. Perfect. Thick wool. Expedition parka. Okay. Another expedition parka. Another fisherman sweater. Okay. All right. We now have some of the best items in the game. I'm leaving most of this behind, but hang on. That's freaking funny. We're going to wear that. We're going to wear that.
Gotta go.
We're going to wear that. And we're going to wear that. Oh my god, that's absurd. Okay, I'm going to drop those old items because they're actually quite heavy. Drop that old pair of pants because I don't need those anymore. We'll drop that. Drop that. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. So, actually are less encumbered than we were a moment ago, which is nice. Don't know how that worked exactly. But 2 expedition parkas? Thank you, Timberwolf Mountain. That's the zone giving back a little bit. Like, I've tortured you enough. Ooh, okay, I'm definitely going to... I'm picking up the water, not the sodas. Because I'm going to need the... I can come back for the sodas if I really feel like I need them. But what I'm going for primarily right now... Alright. Lots of cured pelts. That's interesting.
What have we here?
I need things that will help me cook all that coffee. We'll double check the hacksaw again in just a moment, but I'm pretty sure it's just 5% per. So here we go, found the coffee. All right, I'm not going to worry about the tea. We're just going to grab the coffee. Perfect. And I'm going to keep sawing through because the possibility that I find something interesting, like my curiosity is overwhelming me at the moment, so I just want to check.
Is it food or?
It looks like food, Mark. Okay, this actually looks like a lot. Yeah, this is the high-calorie container, basically. Look at all this. All right, I'm picking up all of that, and we will do some inventory management in just a moment. Let's see what's in the first aid kit. Excuse me. Here, got our stims back. So we've just completely recovered, for the most part, from everything we lost on the way up here. Yeah, you probably will have to drop some gear, not going to lie. Do I have a cleaning kit? I do. All right, so I'll be able to clean the rifle, too, before I go. Remember, I'm going to be able to cook a ton of coffee in just a second, so we're not going to have to worry about sleeping for the rest of this. Oh, a storm lantern. Don't need quality tools.
Use this.
Already have a fire striker. There's another storm lantern, and another storm lantern, and another storm lantern. I don't need all those storm lanterns. That's just not necessary. Okay, that actually has a good amount of fuel. So does that. All right, so let's open this, and we're going to put up the one that weighs... We're going to put away the one... Or keep the one that weighs the most, because it's got the most fuel. There we go. Don't worry, we're not going to climb down Timberwolf Mountain encumbered. I'm not going to let that happen.
Excellent.
Not just any grape soda. Ooh, energy drink. Yes, please. It'll give me a headache, but that's fine. All right, and 4 more. Whenever I come up here, it's like I can't not saw into every single container, you know? Ooh. This is another... Okay, I'm going to grab...
This is any good to eat.
This is some of the best food in the game here. So I'm definitely going to be able to walk away from here with some of the best food items that I can possibly have. All right, there's some more water. I'm just going to grab the water for now so I can make the coffee. So that way I'm not wasting time making water, and I'm just focusing on making coffee. All right, don't need the wood matches. Might use the accelerant. Don't need that much of it, though. Dropping all that. Okay. And one last one, I think. There might be a few on the back side of that container I just opened, maybe. I don't think so, though.
Could end up being useful.
Another balaclava. I can only wear one balaclava, though. It's one of the few items the game does not let you stack, which makes me sad. See, I can't wear another one. All right, let's put those on, and we are now much better in terms of everything that we're wearing. So I'll go ahead and put some stuff away here. Excellent. All right, already opened that. Yeah, there are 2 more back here. Oh, wait, just kidding. No, there aren't. Okay, so this is it here. That's it there. Okay. So how am I doing on fuel? What do I have that I can burn? Anything? Nothing. So I'm going to have to chop up this fir limb in order to get a fire going, but that's no problem. I can also destroy some of these boxes. Let's do that first. This is 30 minutes, and it's going to give me 4 pieces of reclaimed wood. And here we go. Let's put this down. Usually do the fire back here. Just put it in the very side. There we go. All right, fire striker, tinder plug, reclaim wood, accelerant, go. If you fail a 90% start chance mark, I will scream it. Okay, good.
That should help warm things up.
I'm just kidding. I wasn't going to scream at you. Loudly. All right, so now we need to chop this up. It's going to take an hour. Hang on, how's my food? Oh yeah, totally fine. All right, fully exhausted, but that's about to not be as big of a problem. Now...
Something's making me feel really tired.
Oh, what could that be? Let's go ahead and make a ton of coffee. All right, I'm going to change that list. Perfect. See, now that it's the top of the list, I don't even have to click anything other than just the cook button, which is fantastic. So this is going to go pretty fast. It's a lot of coffee that I need to cook, but it's going to go really fast. And because I picked up all that water, I'm able to just plow through this at breakneck pace. All right, so nice. I just got some cooking skill. Not surprising. This has usually happened in the past in Against All Odds series where I have found my way up here. It's a great way to get a huge amount of cooking skill quickly. Just cook the tea and the coffee that you get when you're up here using the water that you get when you're up here. It's honestly kind of magical. I can't afford to rest while I'm doing any of this because, well, I mean, maybe if I put the... No, it doesn't even work that way. If I were doing water in the big cooking pot, then I would be able to rest. But I'm not. All right, let's take a look at the fire real quick. Still 4 hours, 39 minutes. We are completely fine, and I still have plenty of coffee to cook. Weather sounds absolutely delightful. Like my favorite thing ever. Cooking simulator. Okay, so we're finally getting thirsty a little bit while we're standing here chugging coffee. So let's go ahead and... Hottest one should be at the bottom. Yep. Let's drink some of the hot ones. Yes, I'm thinking of the YouTube interview show. And chuckling to myself. Like a nerd. Alright, we're now warming up. Let's continue to cook. Still have 3 hours, 54 minutes. The plane is making angry noises at me. Because I'm, I don't know, melting its hull, I suppose. Dude, you crashed. You're in pieces. It's fine. Okay, that's the last of the coffee. Perfect. Let's pick this up, and now we'll just do a spot of inventory management. Yeah, because we're still moving quite slowly, but we're recovering our energy very nicely. So the main area where I need to do inventory management now is in food, because I have so much food now, and I need to make sure that I'm carrying the most calorie-dense things. So I'm going to drop the peanut butter, first of all, because I have a bunch of maple syrup, and that's 850 calories, which is only 50 calories fewer than the peanut butter. And then the airline food, I can probably afford to drop that if I get rid of some other things. Let's look. I don't know. Did I pick anything else up that I'm forgetting about? I did pick up the rifle, and that's adding a little bit of weight. The energy drinks I can probably do away with because I have so much coffee. I have so much coffee. It's insane. How much cloth do I have? There's the question. I have 2 cloth. So I could, I mean, in any other situation where I hadn't just found 2 expedition parkas, I would do a little bit of repair before I leave. But I have 2 expedition parkas. It's fine. I will be fine. Everything will be fine. Let's go ahead and clean this thing. This will be perfect, because what it'll do is it'll pass a little bit of time. It is getting dark, but we don't really care about that anymore because we can move no matter what. What we care about really is just clarity. That's what we need. We need to be able to see clearly. So we're just going to clean this rifle up, and that will pass enough time to let us get thirsty again, which means I can drink more coffee and become more generally awake and alert and able to do things. And again, every climb that we are embarking on... Yes, it is, Mark. Thank you.
Look for shelter.
Every climb that we're embarking on from here on out will actually be a downward climb, including the one off, of course, of Timberwolf Mountain once we get back to Pleasant Valley. So that's a win. I'm going to clean this thing all the way up and then drop a bunch of kind of maintenance items that are no longer needed. I might even be able to get away with dropping some flare shells. I think I've also picked up some revolver ammo. And there's an argument that that's no longer necessary. I was really hoping to find a rifle up here too, so I'm glad that this was here. I don't think that I had voiced that hope very much, but I was definitely in the back of my mind going, if there's a rifle up there, I'm going to be a very, very, very happy Hadrian. Almost there. Weather sounds positively delightful. It also seems like it might be calming down a little bit. Maybe. Spoke too soon? Probably. All right. Maybe there's an argument for... No, let's not drink soda. The only thing I need to be drinking right now is coffee. Period. So let's drink that. Because I need the calories and I need the energy. Gives me a small hit of energy back every time. But as soon as I'm fully thirsty, this happens. You are not thirsty. Or as soon as I'm fully quenched, rather. And I'm not thirsty anymore. So with that in mind, let's look at the condition of the items we're carrying. And I guess, yeah, I'm going to drop the low-condition airplane food. MREs are also... I don't need that many MREs. I only need one, to be honest. That's 3 pounds right there. Okay, and then I can drop the fire and cleaning kit. That is no longer going to be needed at all. I can drop half of my flares. All right, does sound like the weather's calmed down. That's perfect timing. I can drop all of the revolver ammo, because it's not necessary. I'll drop these 2 revolver shell cases. Not that it's going to make that big of a difference. And then we are now at a bit of an impasse. All right, so just looking at what is heaviest. Yeah, the water, too. I can get rid of the vast majority of this. But still not enough. Don't need the hacksaw anymore. I can drop that. Yeah, tool-wise, what can I get rid of that I no longer need? I can drop these torches, because I have flares, and I'll be able to get more torches soon. I don't even need the pry bar anymore, because I'm not prying into anything. I'm just making a beeline towards the... Yeah, I guess I'll drop the cooking pot now, because that's also no longer needed. And did I get the other can back? No, I didn't. There it is. Okay. And now, while doing that, I probably got thirsty again, so watch this. Haha! So I'm gonna need to like be going back into my inventory and grabbing coffee rather constantly. But shouldn't be too hard. Let's get out of here. Thank you, by the way, to all the viewers who provided a little bit of brightness feedback. We are at 15% more brightness, because my brightness was actually at 100%. It wasn't modified at all, which surprised me. It might have gotten reset at some point and I didn't realize it. But now I've increased the brightness a bit, so lighting should be a little bit better, particularly compared to the last episode, without being too washed out on the high end of the spectrum. So, again, thank you very much for providing that feedback. That's very, very useful. So now we begin our mad dash. And no, obviously I'm not Skyrimming. We begin our mad dash back to Coastal Highway. I thought about it and I was like, you know, I haven't done it in a really long time, and how much would it just suck? It'd be funny. A little. If I, like, took a wrong step and just fell. But I didn't want to risk it, and I was fairly confident that I would find some things up here that would make life easy enough. And that's exactly what happened. Let's drink some more coffee. Give ourselves a heart attack. Excellent. Now, of course, climbing back down is also going to take energy, but not nearly as much as climbing up. So coffee will help compensate for that quite handily. And I think I know what I would like to do with that. Wait, no. The mountaineering rope that I'm thinking of is... Yeah. What was that noise? That's a cool noise. Can someone in the comments tell me what that noise was supposed to be? Might have been climbing related in some way. Ooh, there's a climbing point right there. Where does that go? Hold on. I don't want to get creative with the way I'm leaving. There's another climbing point that I'm thinking of. It's not this one, but I want to at least look down to the bottom here. Oh, wait. Does this one go where I think it does? Hold on. I see a wolf down there. That's nice. I don't recognize that terrain at all. Therefore, I do not trust this climbing spot. So given the nice visibility that we have at the moment, I'm going to risk the ire of our friend the bear. And attempt another way. Although we might not even... we might not have to risk the ire of the bear either. There's this climbing rope over here that I'm going to grab. And I'm still tempted to put the line down over there and see where that takes me, but I don't want to end up in a situation where the weather suddenly changes from what I have right now. Best instinct is to take the weather that I'm being given and follow the paths that I know with it.
Too much stuff to carry.
Thank you, Mark. I figured you'd say that. Let's remember to load the rifle. There's one clip. An actual clip, as opposed to a magazine. Alright, so the cave is right there. The tree is literally pointing to it. That's funny. Now, there's a climbing spot over here that already has a rope attached to it. How am I doing on burden? Yeah, I can't make it down this rope right now with the rope that I just found. I know where this rope leads on the map. This is one of the things I'm more familiar with from recent gameplay. So that's the problem, is like, what the heck more can I drop? And it's really nothing. It is the rope that's causing me to be this encumbered. So I'm just going to go back the way that I came. I have coffee. I'm confident in my path. I'm just going to go back the way I came. Oh, actually, I don't think I need to walk this the entire way. You can just use that to get up. There we go. Duck. There we go. Perfect. So this is going to take us back toward... yeah, we are going to have to provoke the ire of the bear. Or, well, we don't have to, and we're going to try not to. But we are definitely moving toward the bear. I'm really glad we got the well-fed buff, though, because that is helpful. And we also have this storm lantern with plenty of light now, which is nice. So let's move through here as quickly as we can. So we need to find that crawl space. It's not this way. It's not that direction. It's in another direction. Okay. All right, let's step down here. Generally not going to be picking anything up from this point forward. I might be letting loose a few rifle rounds, but mostly going to be ignoring that. All right, there's the crawl space. Going to be ignoring everything in terms of like the impulse to see a thing and pick it up, because we have one objective now, and that is in the next 3 days, 7 hours, and 34 minutes to make it to Desolation Point, which will not be hard at all. The only thing that will make it challenging is if something highly unexpected happens, and I'm not even talking about the weather anymore. I'm talking about like 3 bears converging on one spot on the map and mauling me in unison. That kind of unexpected. Yeah, that would be bad. Let's not have that happen, shall we? Yeah, see, there's some coal. I'm just going to ignore it. And now I think I can drink some more coffee, so let's do that. Continue topping off our energy reserves. We have plenty of coffee, which I love to see. As you can see, we're actually gaining energy right now from how much coffee we cooked, which is fantastic. And see, the lovely thing about this situation that we're in at the moment... Okay, I think I have to go over this way, right? Yeah. The lovely thing about this situation is that if we run into that bear, I now have something that can utterly murder him. Now, it takes effort to drop a bear, as we've recently learned. Granted, this one doesn't have Aurora. Oh, wait, where's this go? Hang on. Is this the climbing spot I think it is? If it is, I'm going to be really freaking happy. Are you going where I think you're going? Where do you lead? Is that Is that the... Is that the... Hmm. Is that the Cave of False Hope? Is it? Because there is that climbing point. Remember, there's one... I'm pretty sure that's the Cave of False Hope. I would hate to climb down and be wrong right now. But... I mean, I need to get down regardless, and I need to get around the bear. And this is one definitive way around the bear. Yep, YOLO. Let's do it. Worst comes to worst, I'll just climb back up. Not like it's a one-way trip. I've got coffee. Everything's fine. It's amazing how much that changes things. Imagine if I had found more coffee earlier. I mean, I went through a good amount of coffee earlier in the series already. Imagine if I had found more to where I'd never run out. Some of the issues that I ran into with needing to sleep just would not have been issues at all. Do I have my... I do. Okay, I don't think this is the Cave of False Hope. It is not. So I will have to figure out where I am now. But that's okay. Listening for bear crows. Oh, wait. I think I know exactly where I am. Yeah. Hold on. Wait. No? Okay, I'm going to trust the tree. Tree's pointing this way. I'll trust it. Actually, no. This is where the bear was. Okay, so I don't know what the point of that climbing spot was, because this is... I recognize this quite clearly, which also means the bear could be nearby. And you will be able to see him much better in this light, thankfully. It's not just the brightness settings, it's a bright moonlit... Okay, hear that? I'm going to shut up for a second because some of you have talked about not being able to hear bear crows. Put on some headsets and listen to the last 15 seconds of audio. Oh. Yeah, I think the bear's up that way. I'm still going to give this area a wide berth. This is where I ran into the bear before. Yeah, they're coming from the left. So I think the bear is up higher right now at another point on its patrol route. Alright, so our coffee has worn off unexpectedly, but we can drink more. So this is great, because now I just need to make my way back to the deer clearing, and then we're going to climb back down to the actual Cave of False Hope. I'm still... Yeah, so the bear was somewhere up there. I'm not sure what its exact patrol route is in that direction, but it was going up like that direction. And it was on that slope last episode when I heard it. So. Alright. Does seem to be getting a little cloudier. So the weather could be in the process of turning. But now that we are past the 33-minute mark, I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here as I make my way back to the base of Timberwolf Mountain. In the next one, we're just going to continue our trek with this guy back to Desolation Point. And the conclusion of the Hopeless Rescue Challenge. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time, or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.